next 20 minutes or so, let me know. Right, first of all, before we start, for those of you who need to know, the toilets are down the back on the left-hand side there, so it's the last door on the left. And I think, do you guys want to do a health and safety? We've got a health and safety here. Better than campus. Better than campus. You're going to do it from there, okay? This is your safety announcement.
Hello everybody, I'm Katlin from Katlin Networks. It's just a very short health and safety announcement. If you hear a fire alarm, it is a real alarm, so please evacuate. So the quickest fire exit is down there, and then you can go off from the atrium as well. So this is the 2 fire exits very close to you. So, but don't panic if anything happens. I'm sure that nothing will happen. So enjoy tonight in Katlin Networks, and I'll get back to you.
Yeah, basically, if I run screaming, follow me. I know where the exits are. Okay, so first of all, if you're here to speed pitch tonight, do use the hashtag, because you will all come and ask me at the end if I remember that person right at the beginning who spoke, and I can tell you I will forget. If you tweet that you've speed pitched tonight and use the hashtag, then people will be able to find you in the room and afterwards. And if you need it, that's the Wi-Fi code for Cocoon. Oh, I spelled Cocoon wrong. Whoops, every time. Put 2 O's in the wrong place. Okay, but you get the idea. It's the one that's spelled properly, Cocoon, guess. Okay, so this is co-founder dating and speed pitch. And as I've just said, those are the things spelled wrong. And this is the team. As you know, this is a startup event created by the people who are also working in startups. We're a community organisation and we're staffed by volunteers. So if any of you ever want to join the team, because look, we're a gorgeous bunch, you're welcome to join in. We have all of these sorts of roles if any of you want to do them. So you don't all have to do front of house, putting chairs out, handing around radio mics, although I'm always happy for people to help me with that job on a weekly basis. These are our partners. Cocoon will tell you about themselves shortly, but Majestic 3 does our emails, Another Level does multimedia, and Glisser you will see we use for our other event in order to allow you to ask questions and download slides. Do you want to come and just tell us a bit about Cocoon? I've got your slides here.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining at Cocoon Networks tonight. And Cocoon is the first Chinese capital-based, backed and international startup ecosystem here in Europe, not just in the UK. And what we're trying to do here is to build a bridge between the European startups with Chinese market and capital.
There we are.
So we have this major event coming in next week as a major partner of London Tech Week. We're hosting the second, the China UK High Tech Festival event with a 50% off discount. And so during this festival, you can get a chance to connect with European tech entrepreneurs with Chinese capital and a lot of authority from Chinese government. So it's a great opportunity to meet with tech entrepreneurs from both UK and China. And it's a great opportunity for you to understand, the market insight and the future opportunity. And basically, you can also find your potential new business opportunities. So, yeah, we'll welcome you here next week. Thank you.
Thank you. So what else does Hipsters, Hackers and Hustlers do? Well, we have monthly meetups. This one is Speed Pitch. The other one is Gap Gas, Got a Problem, Get a Solution, where you can throw your problem out to the crowd. We have some big events because Rob likes going on holiday. So he does a skiing thing, he does a beer thing, he does a roller coaster thing. Who would like to speed pitch on a roller coaster? We still don't have enough for a carriage yet, guys. You get longer than 30 seconds. I don't understand what the problem is. And an event called Don't Fact Refund Me, where somebody gets to go away with actual hard cash in their hand. We also on our website have got a service directory of all the things that we find useful to help you for your startup. So if you're not sure where to go for help and support, then this is a really good place to start. These are all the things that we found useful when we were setting up our businesses. And we also do courses and workshops, which you will hear more about in the future. And if any of you come from somewhere else, we're currently setting up chapters worldwide. And so there's definitely somebody in India looking at setting up an HHH and somebody in Manchester. And this is why you would have seen there's a guy called Rob on the screen. He set this up, but he's not here because this is what he's doing. He's setting up Buena Vista Startup Hub, which looks terrible. I'm not sure why everyone would go there. I think, you know, you get like really sunburn and like it might have to be mad seagulls, and I can't see why you would want to go there. But basically he's setting up a co-working space for digital nomads. I think that looks like a holiday retreat to me, but you know, if you want to call it a co-working space for digital nomads, that's fine. It looks awful. I mean, I'm not sure why you'd want to go there. It's nowhere as nice as Cornwall. Agreed?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so, and you'll be hearing more about that as well soon, no doubt. We've got online incubators coming up, jobs board, and so on. So, that's a bit about what we do, but actually one of the things that I really love about this event is that we bring you a really good speaker to get you thinking and get you going before we do our speech pitch. And today we have Kaitlin Zhang, who's going to talk to you about developing your own personal brand. Thank you very much. I'm going to do that as well. So just forward, yeah. Perfect.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
Come on, we can do a bit better than that. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, excellent. My name is Kaitlin Zhang, and thank you so much for coming. Nora, as long as you got the Wi-Fi code on, I think everyone's all good. So great. So today we're going to talk about personal branding. How many of you guys have heard this term before? Are you doing it?
Almost.
Always? Yeah? Doing it always? Excellent. Wow. So there actually is a lot of confusion about personal branding. Last week I was actually at a dinner event, you know, wine, cheese, all that stuff, and hanging out with the guy, he asked me, what do I do? I'm sure you guys will get asked each other that a lot tonight. And he asked me what I do. I said I do branding. And he immediately, without skipping a beat, asked me, do you like cows? And I'm like, what? And he's like, so you're branding cows, right? I couldn't believe what I was hearing, and he wasn't joking. I thought, wow, this is the one person on earth who doesn't know what branding is. I found him. So, as you guys all know, branding is a very important part of developing a business, or also in terms of developing your own careers. One of the things great about personal branding is if you do it right, you'll save time, save money, and opportunities will come your way. So, you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you're the one who will decide where to go. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. So who said these things? Can we take a guess? Which brilliant person said these things?
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss, excellent. So today you are you, that's truer than true. There's no one alive who's fewer than you. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? I just love this guy, he's so brilliant. And a lot of this stuff really applies to what I want to tell you today about personal branding, which is about bringing the best version of yourself and showcasing that to the world. A little bit about me. I am Chinese-Canadian, so I'm very excited to go to the High Tech Festival next week at Cocoon, so you guys should sign up to that later. And I moved to London 4 years ago. One of the first things that I did, I started working on my personal brand, because I didn't know anyone in London at the time, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get a job, so I completed my LinkedIn profile, started half harassing, half stalking people on LinkedIn, and actually got a job within 4 weeks of moving into London, something that I enjoyed doing, and ended up working at that company for 3 years. So there are benefits to personal branding, and it's not limited to social media. There's actually a lot to it. Your first impression matters. Yeah. So. Yeah, so if you can't see the slides in the back, welcome to move up. You only get one chance to make a first impression, and nowadays, increasingly, we're meeting people online for the first time. How many of you guys Googled someone in the last week? Yeah? And do you think people have Googled you before? Yeah, definitely. How many of you guys think your date is probably going to Google you at some point? Yeah? So it's not just careers, right, guys? Yeah. Look at this picture here. On the left, we have Taylor Swift walking out of the gym. How many of you guys look like that when you walk out of the gym? Yeah, so I'm probably more like still sweating, gym clothes, you know, with my Gatorade, whatever. And Taylor knows when she walks out, she's a celebrity, there's probably going to be press outside. And these images are going to be living on the internet for a very long time. So she's prepared, she puts her makeup on, does her hair, does everything, because she knows that the internet doesn't really forget that well. Nextly, online job search is actually on the rise. Most of us associate LinkedIn with a job board, right? You can look up jobs, you know, get connections. But actually, Facebook might be posting a jobs tab soon on Facebook. So they're kind of trying to tap into the careers market. More and more people will be searching for work online. And employers will definitely be looking at your profiles. Here are just some stats. 70% of US recruiters have rejected a candidate based on information they found online. And this is not necessarily because of, you know, some off-comment tweet or something that you said on Facebook, that you're drinking pictures or anything like that. It's because maybe you're not invisible, you're invisible online. Or perhaps it's because your competitors have a better online presence than you are. So 70% of people, that's like most of this room except for maybe the last few rows. And the next one is 75% of HR departments are required to look up candidates online. So 3 out of 4 of them are required to do so. After your CV, after your cover letter, the next thing you do immediately is look you up on the internet. And it's often forgotten part about it because I think people think Google is a mystery. You know, I'm not sure how the results kind of end up there. I'm not sure why this photo of me back in 2000s are up on Google Images. So, nextly, staying invisible online will cost you money. We're all very, very busy. We're all working very hard to make networking efforts, to follow leads, to make sales, land job, land clients. And one of the best things I found through my personal experience with personal branding is that when done well, you actually save quite a lot of time. Because when you go to a networking event tonight, you know, some of you guys might probably have looked me up already. So we save a lot of time in that sense, as well as make a lasting impression with the connections that you're making. And also, employers are actually very excited when the employees come on board, that they already have a following or they're already present on the internet. It's very good for the investors. So in 2014, a couple years ago, I was working in a tech startup scene in London, and one day our CEO walked in and she looked a little bit flustered and she was saying, oh no, you know, we have to work on our team's biographies and we have to make sure we're all on LinkedIn. We got good bios, because they went for a pitch with investors and investors basically said, we don't know who you are, we love your idea, but we don't know anything about any of your team members. So we did this whole kind of company-wide personal brand project, and later on we got into kind of news outlets like BBC, Wired, Observer, newspaper, and you know, all kind of media outlets. And in the last 2 years, we raised about a couple $1 million from the US as well as from the UK funds to be running this tech startup. So, having a strong, respected, and most importantly, visible personal brand will have exponential effects on your career and business. We're going to do a little bit of an activity now. I love doing this one. So basically what I want you guys to do is think of what you wanted to be as a child. So for me, I wanted to be a comedian, and everyone laughed at me. Now no one's laughing now. Yeah, so I want you to think about what you wanted to be as a kid, and make up a story about it. So say you wanted to be a professional tennis pro, yeah, and you just say, hi, my name is Kaitlin. Hi, my name is Kaitlin. I am a professional tennis champion. I just played at Wimbledon last year and totally beat Serena Williams because I have this amazing backhand, right? So you make up a little story about how you got there, and I want you to share with your neighbors this kind of little story that you're gonna make up. and just sell it, just be that person, be the tennis pro for 30 seconds. Okay, I'll let you guys do.
Okay.
Who started?
Name, Olayomi Koiki. I want to be a footballer because I have to be better than Ronaldo. People keep shouting Ronaldo, Ronaldo, but I am better than Ronaldo because I know I've got the skill, I've got the intellect. I have the right idea to make the goals come true. So let me go.
Okay. My name is Judith. I want to be an international show jumper because I really have some fantastic horses and I know that they can beat all the competition.
You?
Hi, I'm Minella and I'm a professional ballerina. I was trained by the Russian National Ballet and I've just moved to London to perform at the Royal Opera.
Well, what is actually happening now, we're bringing it live to you as usual, Niger Diaspora. As usual, my name is Olayomi Koiki. This is a very, very beautiful, and I hope you all follow it. As soon as the speaker is back, I'm going to switch the camera on. We're here till about 8:30. I'll be bringing it to you as it's happening. Remember, be who you want to be, and that is the most important thing. Thank you all my friends that are watching live. Thank you Larry Akudayo. We are waiting for you. You got all our support and we're sure that you already won that match. Thank you all my audience. The speaker is going to come back. What we are doing here today, she's talking about branding. There's a lot of things happening. I'm going to be at the Nigerian Eye Commission on Wednesday. And on Saturday, we're all the way in Reina, Niger Diaspora. Remember, we are now Niger Voices on a Wednesday. I'll be bringing that to you live every Wednesday on Star Radio. Keep watching and keep shining. Again, this is brought to you by Niger Diaspora. Thank you very much.
I'm stewardess, I know a lot of languages, and I love traveling.
Where did you go last?
Oh, I was recently in Croatia, Greece, US, Canada, India, Morocco, Australia.
And who's like the coolest client you ever served on the airplane?
The one who buy the most.
Maybe Richard Branson? Yeah. Great. Excellent. Yeah, great. And what do you actually do?
Oh, I'm part of a VIP travel club, but I'm not a stewardess.
Thank you so much, Anna. Let's get one more person. Yeah? Round of applause. Let's get one more person. You do? Excellent.
My name is Wiz. I'm an astronomer. I discovered another planet called Planet Wiz. I'm now the most famous astronomer in the world.
Excellent. How did you discover it?
Using a very big telescope.
Okay, the question I think we're all thinking in our heads, did you meet any aliens?
Well, they met me.
Brilliant. How did it feel? How did it feel to come and share that story?
It's fun. Yeah.
What do you actually do?
I'm working on my own app. On my own app, yeah. So I've been building that for the last couple of years.
UFO app? UFO app?
It's not quite a UFO app, but that's quite a good idea. Maybe I'll pivot to a UFO app.
Excellent. Great. And Reese is going to come pitch later, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. Cool. So, what was the point of that? Two things. One, everybody is a storyteller. That's our natural form. We love telling stories, and we're so much more memorable when we tell compelling stories. And then secondly is you can decide whoever you want to be. Your personal brand doesn't have to be confined to your title, to your job title, or whatever that is, even if it's really creative, one of those really creative ones. But you're so much more than your work. Your personal brand should be a reflection of all that's the best version of yourself. Depending on who you're talking to, of course, you might be changing that as well, right? So if you're here in a networking event versus when you're, meeting an alien, you might be changing your personal brand. On your chairs, you would have found this sheet, which talks about the 5 steps to build your powerful personal brand. We're just going to quickly kind of go over the 5 steps. Number 1 is pitch. So I do this with all my clients. I typically work with entrepreneurs, executives, and celebrities. So one thing is I'm not allowed to name any of them, but some of them are really quite fun. Step 1 is pitch. This is about doing market research, understanding how you position yourself in the market. So looking at who some of your competitors are, looking at how you're going to segment your target audience into different markets, and how you kind of talk to each one of them. So the way you talk to an investor will be different than the way you talk to your end customer who's buying your product. Pitch also includes having your pitches, actual pitches, which could be 30 seconds like tonight, or it could be 50 words, 250 words, things that you'd be sending to the press if you want them to print something about you. The next step is profile. Profile includes 2 things. One is your video, and one is your photo. So everyone knows visual cues make a lasting impression. So whatever your photo looks like on LinkedIn, and also supplementary photos that you can put as attachment in your LinkedIn at the bottom, those are also very helpful. And creating a 1-minute video, whether that be on your website or just on social media, is really a powerful way of engaging with the audience. Nextly, we'll do platform. Platform is just basically your website. Your website should be your best friend. Imagine you're at a wedding and you're trying to meet someone and you're too shy to be saying all the wonderful qualities that you have to whoever you're meeting. Your best friend is like the wingman that comes along and sells you to whoever that you're talking to, and tells them all about your great qualities, and it's really amazing because your personal website will be working for you 24/7. Nextly is produce. So this includes social media and content marketing. So social media is kind of, in a sense, a part of content marketing. It's about producing valuable information to your target audience. This includes stuff like blogging, microblogging, videos. Videos are going to be really huge, if already not really huge. So produce. And lastly is partnership. Leveraging the power of brand partnerships as well as media partnerships to make your brand and showcase your brand in front of more people. So after you do the 5 steps, I tend to like to do them in order. One of the most common mistakes that people make when they do personal branding is they like to jump right into social media. I have people coming to me asking me, how do I do my social media? What should I say on Instagram or Twitter? But actually, it's more important that you establish your brand positioning first, understand your market a bit better before you jump into the next ones. Cool. So I am a speaker as well as a coach. The next event is corporate and personal brand in China. I started my consultancy last year in 2016. One core part of our business is doing personal branding for entrepreneurs. Another part of our business is doing corporate branding for Chinese businesses expanding into the West or vice versa. So if you're looking into reaching into the Chinese market, come and have a chat with me later as well. This is completely free, so go onto my website at KaitlinZhang.com/events and you'll be able to book there. Lastly, on my website, you also find a wealth of information on blogs, on videos, and just tips. So definitely check it out. And all my contact information is on the leaflet. And I will maybe take 2 questions from you guys, or a couple questions.
2? Who's in charge, Kaitlin? Who's in charge? We've actually got some roving mics, so if anyone wants to ask Kaitlin some questions, which Andre's got there, you're not going to be able to move out of there, you're stuck in that corner. You all right? Yeah?
If you're a CEO level, how do you
all right, can we just get the mic, send a microphone to you? You need to turn it on at the bottom, and then it will come on at the top. Little red button.
Little red button. Let's see. No.
Hang on a minute, let's
Technical
swap.
difficulties.
Everybody
There you are.
I'll get spit all over it now.
Hello, sir, what's your name?
Peter.
Peter, nice to meet you.
Question is, if you're at a high level in something that's, for example, your own company, how do you separate your personal brand from your corporate brand?
Excellent question.
Why?
Yeah. So there are companies where you definitely could leverage the personal brand of the CEO and the founder, telling their story of how they set up the company. This is really powerful on especially Kickstarters. Have you guys seen Kickstarter videos? You tell the story of the founder to make it more emotionally compelling. So when it's helpful to do that, it's good to use them. There are cases where it's good to separate the CEO from the company. One of the main things you might want to do that is because that person is just not interested in being in the public eye, as well as maybe they have interest in multiple different companies, then maybe it's not good for them to become sole spokesperson for that one. So in that case, you can look at other people in your company who might be totally happy to get on stage and get on social media and become the face of the company. So talk to your maybe marketing, PR, whoever it might be, and make that person the face of the company. Does that help? Yeah, cool.
Another question. You're all expert marketeers. Anyone else?
For what? Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
Hi.
What's your name? Ninella. And I wanted to ask about authenticity. So, if we're all storytellers and we can tell any story that we like,
yes.
Where does authenticity come into play?
That's one of the FAQ questions I always get. There are many schools of thought on authenticity. There are people who believe that if you're on social media and you are eating the best jerk chicken ever, you should be tweeting about it because it's the authentic you. But my opinion is actually, there are we're all multifaceted, right? What I'm like at home, what I'm like when I'm watching Netflix, is different from the person that I am standing here, right? So I think it's about presenting the best version of yourself. The best version as in the best version that's going to be serving your audience. So surprisingly, personal branding is actually not about you. It's not about me. It's about the end audience that you're trying to reach. So it's about giving them the most value possible. Imagine a Venn diagram. One side is like who you are as a person, the company package, and then the other side is the person that will best serve your. The other side is the person that your target audience wants you to be. Obviously, you can't be completely matching that. So the middle point is kind of the personal brand that in my opinion, that you should be kind of presenting to the world. It takes some thinking, and I don't think there are other people who think that you should just be able to say what you want and do what you want, and just if you're, maybe have some negative qualities, you should showcase them anyway, just because Gordon Ramsay is that's your brand. But I think, to be really serving your customers, you really should be thinking about what they're looking for as well. Yeah. Thank you so much.
I want to take a picture of you with everyone behind. Maybe thank you. All right, everyone. Hands in the air. Woo! Cool. I'll actually do one with the other side. There's a big line there. Let's see if I can manage that. Oh, great! Yeah. Perfect. There we are. Brilliant. One of the things that I always say about personal branding is that if you go to an event and you're setting up a business, if you go to an event and you're sitting in a room like this with loads of people, what's the point of coming here if nobody knows that you're here? So every time you're at an event, take the opportunity to ask a question and say a little bit about your business. But more importantly, here, we give you a platform to do that, because you can come up and do a 30-second speed pitch. So let me just tell you how this works. It's going to be quite interesting today because it's a slightly different setup. But basically, you've got 30 seconds to come up here and say what you want. So if while you've been listening to Kaitlin, you've been thinking about your own 30-second pitch, then come up and say it. If you're looking for a co-founder, come up and say it. If you're looking for a job or you've got a skill you want to share, come up and say it. This is your 30 seconds to let everybody know that you're in this room and that you're willing to be talked to afterwards. by anybody else here. It's a brilliant networking tool, basically. We don't have a box today, so I would like you to stand here. We also don't have water pistols today, so I can't squirt you even if you walked outside the box. So you're really lucky today. Say your name. You'll be amazed how many times people forget that. Say which company you're from, and whether you're a hipster, hacker, or hustler, if you want to. You get 30 seconds, and if you go over that, an alarm will go off. Normally, you'll get very wet. So like I said, you're very lucky today. Play fair, no talking during pitches. So if you want to speak to somebody who's pitched, then if you can move out far away to the back so that you don't end up talking over people that are pitching, that'd be really cool. Now, while Eugene changes the slides over to this thing, now speed pitch is going to be a bit more complicated today because we've got this only very small space for you to queue in. And it also means that when you leave the stage, you've got to go back through that same small space. So if you could all just, do that thing. I always have to do that and push my tips in as well because they can't too wide. But if you could just do that a bit as people come back out, that would be really perfect. And that way we should be able to go for easy ingress and egress. That's the posh word for it, isn't it? Ingress and egress. So if you can all be patient with us and do that. So who's going to speed pitch today? Hands up! Excellent, start queuing! Well, that was easy, wasn't it, Riz?
I'm intimidated by you, that's why.
Are you? Me? How can anyone be intimidated by me? Right. It's on the web browser. Where's it gone there? Oh.
Merci beaucoup.
You lost it?
I do my best.
Go to history. Eugene, if you go to history. At the top, history at the very top bar. Very, very top of the screen. Hang on a minute, everyone.
En fait, il y a trop de monde pour qu'ils se mettent là, je pense. C'est pour ça que je t'ai dit de venir, c'est que parce qu'en fait, c'est hyper riche. Dans le sens où... Mais c'est quoi si c'est en fait, ça n'a rien donné parce que... T'as pitché? Non, moi j'ai pas encore pitché parce que je te rencontrerai plus tard, mais en tout cas j'ai contacté des boîtes qui m'intéressaient quand même.
Right, so we're starting with Riz, and I will tell you take that, and I will tell you when you can go. On your marks, get set, go!
Hi, my name is Riz. I've built an app called Sun.
Everyone, we're going to restart Riz there because everybody... I realise that wherever you stand, half the room can't see you. That's a bit shit, isn't it? Has anyone got a solution? On the side. Yeah. We are going to have to move sides, aren't we? So I realise that doesn't work. Right, okay. Right. Yeah. So, can everyone who wants to speed pitch move this way, and then we will, and everyone who's here, can you stand up, and then we'll push all of the chairs over. So, speed pitchers, come round here to the front, onto the front. We thought this was a good idea at the time. Didn't really think about the height of people.
Half the people sit down. Yeah, half the people sit down. It's great.
Yeah. I'm still going to move these together because it's going to get complicated. So can you just carry on moving across? We'll move these together. Some people can carry on sitting down, but I think whatever happens, it moves quite quickly. We will need a little bit more space. So those people over there, if you're going to sit back in your seats. Right, alrighty. We've got a queue. We'll make this work. Next time somebody can develop an app for this. Alright.
It's much better.
Right, Eugene, can you hear me? Okay. Right, everybody, if you could keep quiet, and Riz can start again. On your marks, get set, go!
Hi, my name is Riz. I've got an app called Startup. It's like an Instagram for reviews where you can write quick micro reviews on anything you want. posted your feed and you share with your friends. Because a review from a friend is worth 100 anonymous reviews on the internet. I'm out of talent and money, so I need some help with building out the app and the website. So the prototype form, I need to get to MVP, and also need help with marketing. So if anyone wants to hook up with me, let me know. Cheers.
Thank you. Go.
My name is Olayomi Koike. I'm a social media blogger. Niger Diaspora is one hub connecting the Nigerians globally. We're 170 million people living in Nigeria and need a lot of people to connect with our media organization, which is Niger Diaspora. As you can see, I've come in my African attire, so there's no way you can miss me. It's one hub connecting the Nigerian globally. Olayomi Koike. Stay tuned.
Okay, Mark, get set, go.
My name is Sam and I'm a hustler. I'm here to meet both hipsters and hackers. I have an app that I sold a pilot for, but now we need to develop it. So the app is matching employees and companies. So the R&D with the sales or the junior with the senior for lunch dates. So if anybody wants to help me, please come and say hi.
Cool.
Hi, my name is Sean. I run a green tech startup in Copenhagen. What we do is heat consumption mapping for office and industrial buildings. And we're building a gamification platform. I'm looking for IoT experts and also AR experts. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, we've got 17 seconds left. You can go back that way if you need to. Brilliant. All right, go.
Hi everyone, I'm Minella and I work at the Center for Fashion Enterprise. We support fashion as well as fashion technology businesses. We work with the most amazing and creative talent in London and in the world, and we're always on the lookout for hackers to work with our amazing businesses. So if you're working in artificial intelligence, virtual reality, augmented reality, please come and see us later. I'm here with Incubator Manager Judy Toby. Thank you.
Okay, and go.
Hi, my name is Ruben. I'm a hacker, and I'm here. I'm looking for people interested in opening a company. And as a professional developer, I'm especially knowledgeable in web design and web development and mobile development. So yeah, I'm really interested to find other people passionate to be your own boss. Yeah, thanks.
To use the water pistols today. You've all kept under time so far. All right, Marks, get set, go!
Hi, my name is Adam McCann, probably best described as an entrepreneurial hacker. I just sold my business. I'm looking for a new problem to solve for my next venture. If anyone else is looking for a big problem to solve, or you've kind of already got a big problem and you need some help to execute it, let me know. You can find me at assembledadam.com. Thanks.
Thank you. Go.
Hi, my name is Pos. I am a visual historian. I developed an interface that combines geographic and time information and puts them into a nice visual, playful, tactile platform. And I'm looking for coders and financiers to help me develop it into an app for schools. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Marks, get set, go!
Hi folks, I'm Costas and I can't decide what to wear in the morning. So I decided to build an artificial intelligence personal stylist. So you know when you're in front of the mirror and you can't decide if you should wear that shirt or the other shirt? Well, we've got this piece of clothing that we can never match it with anything. So we've got you covered. Our app is going to match items from your wardrobe or tell you what to buy. I'm basically looking for a chief data scientist, but also experienced fundraisers, peers, iOS developers, designers, you name it. Thank you.
You're talking to local people that can't afford to buy clothes to sign up businesses. Otherwise, it's a really good idea. All right, and go.
Hello, I'm Donna. I'm a Sack Your Boss strategist. I help women who are stuck in the 9-to-5 to sack their boss and launch the business that they truly love. I help them to generate 6 months business revenue so that they can leave their 9-to-5 financially secure. So come and speak to me. If you're in a job, you hate it, and you want to sack your boss, speak to me.
Relax, get set, go.
Hi, my name's Henry and I'm the founder of Homebox. I have over a decade of experience as a CTO, advisor and entrepreneur. And Homebox helps you save money on their household bills because no one likes paying lots of money for their household bills. I've got an MVP and a few customers, and I'm looking for someone who's amazing at marketing to come and help grow the business.
Thank you. Okay, and go.
Hello, I'm Simon. I'm the founder of Mambino, the disruptor of the baby and toddler product market. I'm looking for a technical co-founder. New parents often have their time and money wasted, for example, buying stuff for kids that aren't actually needed. Mambino seeks to solve this, and come solve it with me. I'll be delighted.
Let's get set, go.
Hi there, I'm Anna. I'm part of a VIP Travel Club, and we are just about to launch a smart card, which is a card to replace 10 of your different cards: credit card, loyalty card, bank card, room card, anything like that. It's waterproof, so you can swim with this card. It can be activated through your thumb digital. So if you would like to market with us or have one, speak with me.
Thank you. And go.
Hi, my name is Vicky and I'm a jewelry designer. I graduated from Central St. Martin's and went on to work for Cartier and Swarovski. I started my business 2 years ago and I'm working full time with my investor. Right now I'm looking for someone who is good at PR marketing and also running a second round of investment to scale my business. If you are interested or know someone, let me know. Thank you.
Is it a change of venue that makes everyone well behaved? I'm not quite sure. You're all doing very well on time. Okay, go.
Hi everyone. The gift card is 20 years old and I think it's time for a change. My name is Wesley and I'm the founder of a tech startup called Token, the mobile app changing the way we gift. Token is the only platform where you can send, swap and spend gift cards straight from your smartphone. We have an MVP available in app stores. We just won an award from the founder of EasyJet. And today I'm looking for a person or persons who can help hustle and hack our way to growth. You can accept this. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and go.
Hi everybody, my name is Romy and I'm a freelance digital marketing consultant and hustler. I want to make lives easier for freelancers to connect with online business owners. So I'm looking to start a social media and online marketing app. I'm looking for feedback from freelancers and potentially a technical co-founder.
Thank you. And go.
Hello everybody, my name is Matthew. I'm one of the co-founders of mustrace.com. We're an endurance event marketplace, so it's a place you can go to find all your marathons, top loaders, obstacle courses, whatever you want. I'm here today because my tech co-founder's been begging me for a while to get some more developers on board. So if anyone wants to go their evenings and weekends, they come and join us. We've launched our MVP recently, we're making a bit of revenue, but we want to really turbocharge it with some more tech. Come find me.
Okay, and go.
Good evening, Claire. I'm from Wandery, one of the co-founders. So Wandery is the planning tool for independent travelers. Basically, you build your daily itinerary, you interact with the friends you're traveling with, and when you're back and people ask you where did you go, they can just look at your trip and copy it in one click to make their own. I'm here today to meet anyone who's interested in travel and would want to check out the website, so wondary.com or any hustler. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Juliana. I'm a really famous singer in Brazil, and I came here to sing it to you. Actually, I'm not. Actually, I'm not. But I have a really good team of developers. We are an app development team. I'm originally from Brazil, but I'm working here with a few startups. So if you need an app develop, come to me, Juliana. And also I'm organizing a few events related to app mobile world. So come to me soon.
Yeah. deafness, I feel like it's okay.
Hi,
Okay,
my name is Rashid. I'm the founder of Webco. So Webco is like an Airbnb for car rental. So we're connecting smaller rental companies that don't have the platform or marketing money to promote their cars, and we're letting users go on the website and rent all the cars in seconds. We're going to release version 2 in a month or so, and we're looking for investors and also developers and marketing people. Thank you.
That's all right. Okay, go.
Hey there folks, my name is Ben. I represent KGO Media, which is a video production company here in Shoreditch. What we do is we make tailored content for different social media platforms. So all of us have a need for outreach to different people on social platforms, but the problem with video production is they make content specifically, just one piece of content, and then you're left to leave that on different social platforms. We make things for Instagram, YouTube, and my mind, pretty much every social platform focus content. So if you need anything made or put together, nice working today, please. That's pretty much it. KJ.com. My name's Ben. You should finish.
No, you think that was it. I should be more definite about how I say things. Okay, on your marks, go.
Hi guys, so my name is Brooke Mulligan, so I'm currently working in the Home Office in the Police National Strategy Team. This is what made me realise there's a huge gap in the market. I want to create the first app in the UK to report non-urgent crime. I'm particularly interested in targeting street harassment and hate crime, so I'm basically looking for anyone who believes in the power of technology to do good and join me in helping build this app in the UK. Thank you.
Honestly, I bet I won't be here today. What's going on here?
I'm Maya, that's Kotap. Kotap helps you become a successful professional web developer with or without knowing anything about coding. You'll start building web apps from day one while you learn. We've already successfully converted taxi drivers, electricians, you name it, it's for everyone. So all you have to do is follow the link kotap.io/YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Iman. I'm founder of a company called Dolphin Egypt. I have founded the company in 2013. It's based in Egypt, and we outsource services development and QA to the UK. So I'm here to increase more my connections and find an Egypt.
Brilliant, thank you. All right, and go.
Hello everyone, my name is Tammy, and we invented an app called What's In It. So you know when you look on the ingredients label and you have no idea what it is, or you go somewhere and ask if you want something and you're not quite sure whether you're allergic to it or not, there's an app for that now. So you can type, say, or take a picture of absolutely any ingredients label. It gives you the full list of the ingredients, all color-coded according to safety. You can swipe left for a description of no more than 12 words, or click for a longer description that includes aliases, nutrients, and potential side effects. If you're allergic to anything, you can put it in, and if the food contains anything you're allergic to, it lets you know. Thank you.
Need to turn the sound up. Can you turn the sound up on the machine? There we are. That's a bit louder. Okay, go.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Maria. The company I represent is called Dragon Consultancy Group. We share our business activities since 2005 between UK, India, Ukraine, Poland, and Turkey. What we do? We provide end-to-end test automation services for operating systems, website databases like CRM, and devices. Among our large clientele is included Pepsi, Prefix, B&Q, Telesonera, Castorama, and the Brit.
Good evening.
my name's Henry, I'm a hustler and I run Liable. We specialise in building MVPs, and so we incubate startups right from the idea stage right through to an MVP and beyond. So we have UX, UI designers, full stack developers, and we also help with the business development throughout the course of the journey. Our marketing expert is down the back there as well, so we help with marketing. And come and speak with us at the end. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And go.
Hi everyone, my name is James. I'm the founder of Rise Today. Look us up on the App Store. We're a fitness booking marketplace. We launched last month. We're looking for SEIS investors, and I want to give you a promo code, so HHH5. You put that into the app, you get £5 off your first class. Just want to give that back to the community with 10 seconds left.
Thank you. Does that mean you have to do some exercise then?
Yeah,
it's a bit shit, isn't it? Don't want to do that. Go.
Hi, my name is Jake. I'm the founder of my company, .7. We provide development services. So if you need a website or a mobile app or an MVP, we can help you with that. And we're especially focused at this moment on startups and helping with MVPs. So if you have something like that on your mind, speak to me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ron. I'm now on my second business venture, and I'm looking for a technical co-founder for a disruptive idea in the HR tech industry. I do have an investor waiting on the provision that I can get a technical co-founder and a beta version ready within the next 3 to 6 months. So I'm looking for a technical co-founder. My business background is in business development and sales.
Thank you. 1 second, and go.
Hello, my name is Stefan. I'm an Android and server developer. So if you need some work to get done, or you're looking for a technical co-founder, let me know. Thank you.
Go.
Hi, my name is Rahul. I'm working on an app idea which will make things much easier for Aurora enthusiasts. Aurora means lights, Aurora as in northern lights, southern lights. So I'm actually looking for a technical co-founder and obviously investors to help me bring the idea into life and take it to the next level. Thank you.
Thank you. Go.
Hi everyone, I'm Ariana. I'm one of the founders of Sweat and Sound. We do secret pop-up live music fitness events. So amazing fitness events with live musicians, surprise acts, wellness and nutrition partners, all in secret locations all over London. You get the invite the day before, you get the text with where you turn up, and it's basically an amazing, surreal experience. What we're looking for right now is partners for our nutrition and wellness area.
Thank you. I have a funny feeling you've got a part 2 to your pitch. So we're just here to check the system. So I can tell. There was a real evil look on her face going, it's okay, we've got another 30 seconds. Okay, so you said go.
Right, so I'm Martina Johnson. I'm also a co-founder of Excel. We are looking for partnerships in nutrition and sort of fashion brands, anything within sort of the fitness and wellness area. So yeah, come speak with us. Thank you.
Cool, thank you. And speak to you afterwards as well. Right, you're not last, I'm going to go last. So you go.
Right, I heard a lot of people here say they're looking to raise funding, so what we do is help specialise in raising funding. So we help companies with pitch decks, business plans, but only for companies looking to raise anything between 500k and 5 million. So if you're looking to raise anything below that, SEIS, DIS, we don't deal with it, so please don't speak to me after that. My name's Harsh. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, 30 seconds. Go. 2 things. One is I'm doing the UK's first ever Mindful Drinking Festival in August. That's a festival of all the non-alcoholic drinks, 0.5% and below. It's a food and drink tasting event. We've got some big sponsors lined up. If you're in the wellness sector, you want to come and exhibit or know any drinks producers in the startup space, let me know, because it's a great way to get new brands out there. And secondly, if any of you are looking for affordable office space in Shoreditch or Whitechapel for £175 per month, come and find me. Brilliant, guys. I'm not going to switch back to the other slides because it takes ages. But our next event is Gap Gas, which is not next Monday, the Monday after. So that's the get a problem, get a solution. You can throw it out to the crowd. We do these events every month, and as you can see, they're a great way to get to meet other people and to be able to network. And normally, I promise you, you will get wet. So, so do come to one of these in the future and let other people know. Got any questions? Come and find me afterwards. But if not, now's your time to network. Thank you, guys.
Well, I do hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed it myself. Now it's going to be a lot of network. The whole idea is just to build on the network that you've got already. And I do hope that those that have been watching these will be able to do something similar wherever you are. Get a group of people together, get a venue, and then put this out, and we will be there. But if it's not possible in the United Kingdom, it can also be done in any part of the world. It's going to be a little bit noisy. I'm going to get my microphone so that I might be able to bring some of these people to talk to you, so that you might be able to see, maybe you can link with them. It doesn't matter whether you reside in the United Kingdom. The most important thing is you can learn and you can network. Again, as usual, my name is Olayomi Koiki. Thank you very much. I'm going to switch the camera so that the people could just, so I can get my headphone, and then I'll be able to see if I can get one or two people to speak to you. Thank you. Yes.
So, you got some time?
Yes, I do, yes.
My name's Andrew. Just when I heard about what you do, so I just want to understand a little bit more, because I do a lot of business in Nigeria.
Okay. What part of Nigeria?
Lagos.
Lagos.
So I work for African British companies. So I've been doing a lot of work for very big factories, and also some other brands and African companies.
Okay, and then are those ones been important to
I'm currently working for a company we manufacture in Nigeria.
Export out and just selling to the
exports, yes, but really not selling very much. I mean, African hasn't got a huge market. It is not, market outside, but it's just curious really.
But what I do is that we are just a media.
So it's like a marketing. Is it like a platform?
Well, we have a website, and we've also got a structure where I can speak to the radio specifically the idea, and that is the area that I really need help with, because if you have a radio show for 2 hours, you need content. I mean, that's something we're doing in Lagos. I need to tell those living in the United Kingdom and all over the world what you're doing, and that's where you can get life together.
So you're based in the UK?
But I do look forward to Nigeria as well.
Even if there is what's your name? What's the name of your website? What's the name of your website?
Niger Diaspora. Niger Diaspora.
9 Diaspora.com. I haven't looked at .net. Alright, okay, I'll check it out. Maybe I don't understand. I'll be there working with me in a couple of weeks' time. I'll make us maybe next month. Thanks,
hello.
Do you have a card or anything like that? I've got a friend who's working on a similar in Lagos, so I'm going to be and I think it's very interesting to have a chat.
Okay, let me take your details. As you can see, a lot of network is going on here. It's a very busy place. It's quite noisy, but the most important thing is there's so much opportunity. I've met 2 people that are doing good business in Nigeria, and they're looking for investors. They're looking for people to partner with them. Niger Diaspora will be bringing you all this information. Some of them will be coming down to speak to you on our radio show that's going to be coming up every Wednesday on Naija Voices. Again, as usual, I'm Olayomi Koiki. I'm going to move the camera around so that we can have more people to speak to you and you can be able to learn one or two things of what is actually taking place tonight. Again, as usual, this is brought to you by Naija Diaspora. Thank you very much. We're live on Facebook, so I'm going to give it the microphone.
Let's do it outside.
Well, she's going to be talking to us in about a few minutes. We're going outside so that we can get a lot of clarity. Again, this is a network event. It's all happening Liverpool Street, a very busy place. People are mingling, people are exchanging numbers and ideas. Again, as usual, it's Olayomi Koiki. She's going to speak to us to tell us more about this. Okay, yes. Okay, thank you very much for taking your time, out of that very busy in there. A lot of people have listened to you. But I just want you to give us a summary. You don't have to go all the way through, but just give us a summary, because the most important thing that people are doing a mistake. I've done that mistake as well, but I'll let you do the talking now. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Kaitlin Zhang. I am a personal branding consultant, blogger, and speaker. So tonight I am a guest speaker at the HHH event, and we are here talking about personal branding and online reputation marketing. As mentioned, one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're talking about personal branding is they jump right into social media. Yeah, people come up to me and say, how should I do my Twitter? How should I do my Facebook? How do I do that? Posting enough? I
can hear you properly.
Okay, great.
Put that on.
I'll put it on, yeah.
That way. Now, see.
Perfect. So as I mentioned, one of the biggest mistakes people make when they're talking about social media is they're thinking, how do I get more postings and followings, what I should be doing? But actually, social media, as in my 5 steps to how to build your personal brand, comes under step 4, which is produce. So I'm going to do a quick run through over the 5 steps really fast. Number 1 is pitch. So this is about identifying your brand positioning and figuring out what your pitches are, whether it's 30 seconds or it's 250 words, figuring out how precise it will be. And the next one is profile, so having great photos, energetic photos and videos will be really amazing. Platform number 3 is about building a personal website. So your personal website is like your best friend who's rooting for you and telling people and promoting you 24/7. Next one is produce. Produce is about social media and content marketing, including blogging, microblogging, videos, any kind of content that's valuable to your audience. Lastly, we have partnership. Partnership has 2 sides. One is brand partnership and media partnership. So once you've done the first 4 steps, you kind of have a website already, you've got your social media going. Now it's time to talk to some big brands and to the press. So do these things in order and you'll be building a perfect personal brand online so that you can be talking to your audience. Once again, my name is Kaitlin Zhang. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, you've had it all there. We're going to take a selfie together. The camera might go just a little bit because I need to switch away from the live video so that I can have a picture of her and keep that as one of my brand as well. Thank you very much now. Well, you've had it all. The most important thing is, I've got it on my wall on Facebook, so you might be able to copy that. It's very important. Pitch, profile, platform, produce, partner. It's time for me to go in there and do my own networking. That's one of the reasons why I came here, but I thought it's going to be very important and very good for me to transmit it live to you, for those of you at home, so that you might be able to watch it, without you being coming down here. It's just about a few meters away from Liverpool Street. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's better for you to play all the way back so that you can listen to it from the beginning, and then you could be able to learn, almost everyone in the room at 30-second pitch. What will be your 30-second pitch if you're in front of that investor that wants to invest in you? I've done mine. You can watch it. You do yours. Time yourself, 30 seconds, and decide if you can make someone decide to invest in you or buy into what you're doing. As usual, Olayomi Koiki will be live at the Nigerian High Commission on Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. and from there I'll be heading to my first show, Naija Voices. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be very interesting. We're going to be bringing in different people that will be speaking to us, but most important, we want to bring together not just those in the United Kingdom, but the Nigerians globally, and that is what Nigeria Diaspora is all about. Again and again, thank you very much. Then on Saturday, we're going to be heading to Raynham, where there's another big event that we'll be transmitting live as well. And then next week is summertime. It's just so very busy. If you need us to be with you in any of your events, send us an inbox. We're going to be in Adire Carnival, Chief Komolafe, September all the way in Freedom Park. I'm going to be there. Thank you very much, Sir Oba. Bola Oba. Thank you very much. Thank you to all the audience that have joined me. Jamil Shomolu, the Diaspora PR. If you need that photographer, get in touch with him. You can't get it wrong. The most important thing is, let's unite as a community. Let's work together. Let's bind together, and then we can make things much easier. Not just for those of us living here, but every part of the continent as well. Do yours, I do mine, and it becomes a better world. Thank you very much. It's time for me to go inside and do my own network. Thank you, and see you on Wednesday when we'll be coming to you live, Security Summit in conjunction with ABU and the other organization as well, live from the Nigerian High Commission from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And from there, I'll be heading to, yes. Hello. Say hello to the audience. They're watching it live on Facebook.
Hi, Facebook. He did a brilliant pitch. He's amazing.
Thank you very much.
It was lovely to have you here.
Thank you. Well, you've had it all. It's time for me to do my own network, and I'll see you soon. God bless. Bye now.